One rack, half an exabyte inside? But how much is half an exabyte? That's more than you'll ever store in your entire life. Multiply that by 1,000. All of that fits in a huge cabinet the size of a refrigerator. At least, that's what Samsung claims it will be able to do. And it has one very clear goal: to wipe hard drives off the map. That device has been around for almost 70 years, and Samsung wants to put an end date on it. Unfortunately, it already has one. You're probably thinking, why should I care about a server? I get it, but just stop and think for a second. Everything you upload to the internet lives on a drive. The photo you send on WhatsApp, or the videos you watch on YouTube, everything you see online is stored in a warehouse full of racks. And here's the problem: artificial intelligence consumes data nonstop, all the time, every day. Traditional hard drives just can't keep up anymore. It's like asking a Formula One car to stop at every red light. That's why companies need something new. And Samsung says they found it. Honestly, the first time I heard this news, I thought, just another promise from Samsung. But pay attention because there's a catch. Let's get to the point. An SSD that starts at 250 terabytes and goes up to 1 petabyte per unit. 1 petabyte. That's 1,000 terabytes. These drives are called nearline. They're made to store data you'll almost never touch. It stays archived within reach, but not exactly active. And the size difference is absolutely massive: almost 50 petabytes in a remarkably compact tray. A whole rack of these gets close to half an exabyte. And this wasn't announced by Samsung. It was revealed by a company called Scality, which is already running extensive tests on them in its laboratory. As you can see, all of this sounds perfect. So why exactly will they not be made available to us for gaming or everyday general use? And this is the part almost nobody tells you. Yes, they're cheaper. Per terabyte, they take up only a tiny little fraction of the space of a regular drive, but they are significantly more sluggish and deteriorate physically a lot faster. And when I say wear out, I am referring to their overall lifespan, not their storage capacity. Every SSD can handle only a certain number of writes, like the pages in a notebook. You can't rewrite them forever. You can't just keep deleting and writing over and over forever. These drives can handle up to 5 times fewer writes than current ones. So you might be wondering, is this a flaw? Now, this is 100% intentional. They do this because they're designed to store something once and leave it untouched for many years. And let me be very clear, this isn't going into your gaming PC. This is something else. It's a whole different world, the server world. But then, if it's not for you, you're probably wondering, will any of this actually benefit me in any way? Yes, because this is the part that does affect you, even if you never buy one. As we all know, this works like a domino effect. Data centers compete for the same chips as your PC. That's why RAM and SSDs are so expensive right now. There's a manufacturing war going on, and you end up paying for it when you build your gaming PC. If data centers move away from conventional hard drives and stop chasing those chips, some of that pressure eases up and prices could start to drop. And I say in theory and could because this is where I have to pump the brakes. Because the question I'm asking myself, and probably you are too, is will prices really go down? In my personal opinion, I think the same thing will happen that always happens with electronics: food, gas, anything. When prices go up and then ease a bit, the market pressure relaxes. For example, because of this, prices might drop, but I don't think they'll go back to where they were a year or two ago. They'll always leave them a little higher. That's why it leaves me with a bittersweet feeling. And now for the big $1 million question: when will you see them? When will they finally be available on the open market? Even if we're not going to utilize them ourselves? Well, I can tell you right now, not in 2026. It's looking like maybe 2027 because these drives are still in development. But be careful, Samsung isn't alone in this race. For storage drives or hard drives too, Solidigm is heading down the same path. In the background, there's a war over layers. Samsung recently showcased an impressive 900 layer NAND flash prototype. SK Hynix already sells a 321 layer chip. As you can see, the fight isn't just technical. It is really about who controls the actual data storage. For this era, for the era of artificial intelligence, so don't worry, conventional drives aren't going to disappear tomorrow. It's clear that we're still going to have both HDDs and SSDs around for a very long time to come, at least until they adopt these for everyday use. And here's another very important question. Are they doomed? That's a whole different story. Let me know in the comments if you still use conventional drives for your backups and to store your important files. So friends, that's it for today's video. I hope it was helpful and that you enjoyed it. If either of those things happened, you already know what I'm gonna ask. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and share it with all your friends and family so the Argento channel can reach more people. That's all from me. As I always say, I invite you to visit my website, franksbench.com, where you'll find guides, tips, reviews, and the latest news, for example, like this one. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.